stop growing. You got to get new people in. Guess what? They start growing. It started putting life in here again. And I was asking one of the business coaches that I have. Another guy says, "This is very interesting." He says, "Yes." And then I talked to a person. I was talking to the head of Kodak, who turned Kodak around. I went to a book signing. Was invited to a book signing in Manhattan with this guy in Kodak. He writes in my book, "Fog the Mirror." That's it, "Fog the Mirror." And he turned Kodak around, which was a failing company. The first thing he did was fire 60% of the employees and turned it around. He fired them. And now that is one of the most lucrative companies. And he wrote in my book, he said, "Fog the Mirror." He said, when you read past the first chapter, you'll understand what this meant. So immediately, a billionaire is telling me to read he talks about how when a company, he says you got to put the mirror up under people's noses pretty much that work with you. And if nothing comes on the mirror, they're dead. You got people that are dead. There's no ingenuity in it, no new life, no creativity, no innovation, no progress. They're not fogging the mirror. Do you think there's a lot of walking dead, Prophet Miola?
Oh, yes, I believe so. Even like when you cut a chicken's head off, it could still move around and have impulses, show signs of life. No, it's very real. You could still see signs of life, but a thing could be dead. There could be no thought. There could be no growth. And something could be still moving and showing impulses, but not really living.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, it's something else. Prophet, you think there's living dead?
Oh, sure. In every area of life, all walks of life, certainly.
Amen. And you know what else is, and this is so powerful, is that you see a lot of this in the school system. I know some of y'all probably like unions. I think unions can promote the living dead. Because the thing that people like in their jobs is job security. And when you could have a job that says, listen, you come into this job, once you make your 90 days, because I remember I was a part of a union, it says if we get you past the first 2 years, you're set for life. Have you ever heard that before?
So, a period of time.
When I was in the post office, you went to a regular, they said you were set for life. So you know what you did? You could sit there and box mail for the rest of your life and would never have to grow. The union would protect you in that position. You could stay there until you came into your retirement and did your 25 or 30 years. What you think about that?
And you never have to think outside of that box.
And you just keep boxing that mail. Are there jobs like that, Prophet Scully?
Oh, absolutely there are. But you need somebody to box the mail. Somebody's got to box it.
See, and that's where I would do a different type of society. I would force people out of the box mail position after a year or 2 years, and they would have to grow into something else and pull the new people to come and keep growing in that society.
But the system is not necessarily set up like that. I agree.
No, it isn't.
I definitely agree.
Because if you don't, and that's why I'm finding that the companies that are progressive and innovative today, they fire fast. The guy that I was talking about said, "Fog the Mirror." He says, the book is in the back. Ernesto, yes, because he wrote in Ernesto's book too. I am promoting someone else. Get the book about the mirror, Fog the Mirror. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. We met some great people there. We met some people that wanted to help us with our Twitter. They had all kind of, it was a bunch of rich people up in there. People that were innovative. I felt like, we're doing okay with the internet. I felt like we were way behind. And we really are. The people that are getting book deals today, they're giving big book deals. You ready for this? They're giving book deals to people that got like 1 million followers on Twitter. If you get 1 million followers on Twitter,
you get a book deal.
you get a book deal. Like $500,000, $1 million. Can you imagine getting $1 for every person that you have on Twitter? If you can get the numbers up, because it shows that you have a following. And I was meeting with some people. This guy's out of California. They want to do some business with us. Just that I have to get the right team around me to be able to relate to them. They do that. They would be building the situation with social network. But this is Jeffrey Hazlitt. And is your business really breathing? And he wrote in here. See, this is an Ernesto book. He said, Ernesto, fog your mirror. So if I look at Ernesto, it says the mirror fogging. And it says, face the hard questions that can save any company. He said, he said in this book, he said something else interesting. He said, he has a question, do you see a leader in the mirror? So you got to fog the mirror. Do you see a leader in the mirror? 5 essential leadership questions. Am I acting like myself or trying to be someone else? Can I read the signs of my business and be decisive and do things every leader must do to succeed? He even gets into a thing here about he gets to a lot of interesting stuff, but he gets into a thing about, he says, you got to fire quick. That's why they have unemployment insurance. He says, use it. It was really easy because it's really slowing down your business. Makes you think at a whole nother level. I had my copy of my book. I took it and I had it in the bedroom. My wife started reading it, and it really, she was reading it and got into some things in here. And he said, so I'll leave it at that. But this is very interesting. He's a friend of Bill Walsh, who is going to be with us, but he can tell you a lot about this now. I told Ben I even got a book for Ben Davis, and he autographed it. So this is a very good book, The Mirror Test. But don't read it if you're not ready for change, because it will make you think again. Okay, I'm through for the night.